Overreaction
Mondays.
Monday.
All right, Christopher, what do you have over there,
Hey guys,
sir?
what's happening? Good weekend?
We
What up,
did.
Chris?
Yes,
All
sir.
right.
Had a great weekend.
Lots
you
to overreact to.
Beat
you know, had
Rich
a
in
great
fantasy
weekend?
basketball. It was awesome.
You know, had a great weekend. Nobody cares about your fantasy team.
That's a lie.
Tua's
Yeah.
going to win the MVP.
At this
All due
point in time,
respect to
hold on a
what
minute.
Chris
Hold
Long
on a minute.
said,
Hold on a
Tua's
minute.
gonna win the MVP.
Is this an overreaction or not? I will say no. It is not an overreaction. Is it arguable? Absolutely, it's arguable. But it's not out of the realm crazy where you're overreacting. He is
People
the
just don't
quarterback.
think of him as the MVP.
He is the
That's
quarterback.
weird.
He is the quarterback of a 6-2 football team. Now, a lot of folks might say he's a product of his system, and we've already heard Mike McDaniel push back on that. And Tyreek Hill has got to catch the ball from somebody. How many times could he be open and then the quarterback airmails him, or the quarterback that we were all making fun of when Tyreek Hill just first showed up to wait for some fluttering passes in organized team activities, right? But I don't know about you. It's looked like money from Tua to Tyreek and Waddle, and then the running game and all of these plays that require motion to work to perfection. We finally saw one where it was a poor exchange between Tua and Raheem Mostert. It took 8 weeks for us to see that with all this stuff. So it's a wide open MVP race. You could make a case for Mahomes at 6-2. You could make a case for Travis Etienne, by the way. You could make a case for
A.J. Brown.
A.J. Brown. You could make a case for Jalen Hurts. You could make a case for Trevor Lawrence. You could make a case for Lamar Jackson.
Tua's got all the numbers. Number one in passing yards. He's number two in yards per attempt.
Yep.
Number one in yards per game. Tied with Kirk Cousins for the lead in touchdowns.
Yeah.
He leads the league in passer rating. He's one of three quarterbacks with 70% completion percentage. He is doing it all.
So this is not an overreaction. What else do you have over there?
You just mentioned a great idea for the Vikings. I think the Vikings should trade for Kyler Murray. Go for it.
I think that is an overreaction.
Go for it.
I think it's an overreaction. The guy's coming off of a knee injury, you know, and we're talking about this for anybody who might be watching this later on or listening to it on our podcast later on. This is happening just as the Vikings have confirmed it is an Achilles injury and Kirk Cousins is out for the season, as we all suspected it would be. He's coming off of a knee injury. It still takes time for a quarterback to get used to a new system and new receivers, which everybody is, you know, and that's why and he's expensive, not just in dollars and in cents, but it's also in terms of whatever you'd have to pay the Cardinals to give up on Murray. That's why I say Trey Lance or even maybe Tannehill is a much less expensive monetarily and also for sure in draft capital. So I'll say that's an overreaction and call it a day on that one. What else,
Kirk
Chris?
Cousins is a free agent. Just trade for Murray. You got your guy. He's already under contract.
I get it. It might be apples to apples on your salary cap sheet when it all comes down to it. But to save this season right now, hey, Kyler, you come in. That's a new facility here. That's a new receiver there. That's a new system here. Trey Lance comes from the Shanahan system, which we all know is highly related to the McVay system, which is what Kevin O'Connell is from. Put Trey Lance in there. At least you're in the realm of getting him up to speed fast enough, and it's not that expensive. It won't cost you a ton of stuff that you're sitting on your hands in Detroit for the draft next year. What else, Chris?
It's bad in San Francisco right now, right, guys? It's bad. The 49ers are not going to win a playoff game this year.
All right, come on. I guess that's what this segment's all about. Okay. Let's see what happens.
If the playoffs started today, Rich.
Yes, I know.
Okay? Niners are the 6th seed.
They're in Detroit.
Lions win tonight. They're jumped to number 2. They'd have to go to Seattle. Not a great place to play in the playoffs.
Okay. This is an overreaction, pal. Truly and completely. Trent Williams comes back. Debo comes back.
Are they coming back?
Off of the bye. We will see them in Jacksonville. What a game that is. But to sit here and say a 3-game losing streak in weeks 6 through 8 means they will not win a single game from week 18 on, or is ridiculous. So I will just call that an overreaction for the moment.
I mean, they're showing signs that aren't
I get it,
translating to playoff wins.
I understand that. But the segment is called Overreaction Monday. The podcast version of it that we're going to be doing as soon as this show is over for everybody out there who listens to that podcast version. It's a half hour of this sort of stuff. 3 weeks ago, on that show, the topic was the Niners would beat a team comprised of all-stars from all the 31 others. So that just shows you how quickly things can change. This is just week 8.
Week-to-week league.
What else you have over there?
Week-to-week league, Rich. And it's a week-to-week league for the Rams. With Matthew Stafford injured, the Rams should be sellers at the trade deadline.
Yeah. Who are they? I mean, who are they selling? I mean, they have one of the youngest rosters in the league. Who are they selling? Not Nakua, not Kupp.
Take calls. Take calls. Take calls. The Chiefs call for Cooper Kupp. What are they going to say?
New phone. Who this? Are you kidding me?
The Eagles call for Aaron Donald. Godfather offer.
They
Steelers.
probably would.
Why not?
No.
The Eagles.
Donald would be the only one, but Donald only wants to go to Pittsburgh.
There you go. Steelers. Boom. They're still in the playoff mix.
No.
Why? Send him home.
No.
Who needs wide receivers?
No. But I think your premise is that with Stafford injured, the Rams season, as we thought it might turn into a
they looked like a playoff team.
Cinderella run,
or so,
is in jeopardy. I think you're spot on there. That's not an overreaction to say that the Rams season is in jeopardy of being something other than a get right on the cap and, try and win as many games as possible season. Yeah, I'll buy that, but not what you're saying right there. Kupp and Donald. No. What else, Chris?
Well, you're going to love this one then.
Okay.
The Chiefs won't be the 1 seed in the AFC come January.
I think that is not an overreaction. And I know, here I go again with Chiefs Nation. I'm not saying you're losing the division, all right?
Simmer down now, folks.
But, yeah, I can see that this is not an overreaction. Can the Dolphins even win on Sunday when I'm calling that game on NFL Network? I can't say that, by the way.
Chiefs are favored in that game.
And the Jaguars can absolutely be the 1 seed in this conference. And the Ravens might be the team that has the best chance of all of them to be the 1 seed in this division because they don't play the Chiefs. Jaguars have already lost to the Chiefs. That's a problem for maybe having the 1 seed as a tiebreak if they have the same record. And, there's also a game coming up on Sunday that will be important between the Chiefs and the Dolphins. Ravens don't play them. Bengals do coming up. So entirely possible. So that's not an overreaction at all right now. What else, Chris?
2 more. TJ, this is for you.
Okay.
This is the best the Cowboys have looked offensively under Mike McCarthy.
All right. I mean, okay. By that, as the play caller, not Kellen Moore, not in his administration.
As a play caller.
Okay.
Oh, okay. As a play caller, sure.
Okay. I'll buy it. I'll buy it. Yeah. And like I said, they're playing great. They're playing great. They've got to put it out there in Philadelphia next week, then beat a ton of teams that they're supposedly better than before facing Philadelphia again, while Philadelphia takes on Buffalo, takes on Kansas City. Okay? They have and Cincinnati too, if I'm not mistaken. Philadelphia's next games are Kansas City, Buffalo, and then San Francisco, not Kansas City. I mean, not Cincinnati. So, yeah, Dallas has got to keep doing what it's doing. You got one more over there, Chris?
I should have went hotter. The Diamondbacks are a team of destiny. They're going to win the World Series.
It's not an overreaction either.
Could be up 2-0 if it wasn't for Adolis Garcia
Not
and Corey Seager.
An overreaction at all. Boy, does Cooper love watching this team play, the Diamondbacks play. Not just because I think he just loves the way that they're Moxie, Marte, and Carroll, and the rest of those guys. But I think he just loves, more than anything else, the concept of people winning free tacos with every stolen base. He loves that. Boy, whoever came up with that concept,
genius.
my son loves every single time there's a stolen base. Dad, That's a taco.
Tacos.
That's a taco.
Genius.
So that's not an overreaction at all.
All right.
Right there. Nuh-uh. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.